Imagine this. You're in a relationship and no matter what you do, the other person seems distant, disrespects, avoid you. The more you give, the less they seem to care. You've tried everything to keep their attention, but it's not working. What if I told you that the most powerful thing you could do is simply walk away? This cut to their core of someone like you confidently walking away like they never exists in your world. Not because you don't care, but because you understand the power of your own self-worth. In this video, we'll explore how the Stoic principle of walking away can make someone think about you more and respect you in ways you never imagined. Welcome to Stoic Spark. Let's dive in. If you're new to Stoic Spark, this is the channel where we take ancient Stoic philosophy and show you how it can transform your modern-day life. From relationships to personal growth, we apply these powerful teachings to help you become your best self. Now, in today's video, we're discussing the power of walking away, a seemingly simple action, yet one that can have profound effects on your relationships and emotional well-being, also on others. You've probably heard the phrase, if you love something, let it go. But do you understand how true this is in the context of Stoicism? Walking away is not about being cold or abandoning someone. It's about recognizing your own worth, detaching from unhealthy attachments, and trusting that if someone is meant to be in your life, they will respect your boundaries and never try to disrespect you or trigger you to see your reaction. We'll explore why this works, what Stoicism teaches us about it, and how you can start applying it in your relationships today. We've all been there, waiting for a text, a call, a response. You're feeling ignored, undervalued, or anxious, and the urge to chase grows stronger. You send another message. Maybe you apologize for something that wasn't your fault, or you try to make them laugh to get their attention. But here's the thing. The more you chase, the more distant they become, and the harder you try, the less they seem to appreciate your effort. It's a pattern that many people get stuck in. Maybe you're worried they'll forget about you if you don't keep initiating contact. But the real question is, why does this cycle keep happening? It's because in the process of chasing, you forget something precious about you, which is you're sacrificing something priceless, your own sense of inner peace and control. The Stoic way teaches us to break free from this trap and find our worth not in others' attention, but in our own actions and principles. Now let's break down why chasing only makes things worse and how the Stoic principle of walking away is the answer to creating genuine attraction and emotional clarity. The heart of Stoicism is the idea that we can't control what happens to us in life, but we can control how we respond to those events. This principle is central to understanding the power of walking away. Epictetus said, "We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can choose how we respond to them." So, when it comes to relationships, we can't control how someone behaves, how they respond, or whether they text us back or not, but we can control how we react. What we often forget is that chasing validation is reacting. You're responding to external circumstances instead of creating your own inner peace. Stoicism teaches us that true freedom and peace come from within, not from outside events. Realize this, you have strength. And this is where the art of walking away becomes a powerful tool in our relationships. Let's break it down further. There are two primary Stoic ideas that support this concept: detachment and self-control. In the stillness of life, there's a quiet truth that can set you free: detachment. But this isn't the coldness of indifference, nor is it about shutting people out. No, it's something deeper, something stronger. Detachment is the ability to appreciate the world, to love, to experience joy, without losing yourself in the process. Imagine living a life where your peace isn't dependent on anyone else. You no longer chase attention or affection, no longer feel anxious waiting for a text, a call, or a reply. Instead, you stand firm in your own worth, completely whole, completely secure. When you master detachment, you stop needing anyone to complete you. And this is where real freedom begins. Because when you stop needing approval, you start making choices. Not out of fear or desperation, but out of pure connection. Imagine a relationship where both people are emotionally self-sufficient, where no one is waiting for validation, no one is scrambling for a moment of affection. Instead, they simply choose each other freely and fully. The bond is strong, not because of need, but because of genuine desire. With detachment, you stop letting external circumstances control your emotions. No longer are you a prisoner to someone else's words, actions, or silences. You stop letting uncertainty control your mood, your sense of self-worth. Instead, you find peace in your own heart, in your own soul. And in that peace, you discover a quiet power. The power to love without fear, to live without waiting for someone else's approval. Detachment isn't about building walls. It's about rising above. It's about choosing to live with a heart full of love, not out of need, but out of strength. You are no longer waiting for someone else to validate you, to fill the void. You are whole exactly as you are. Detachment is not about disconnecting from life. It's about connecting to yourself. And in that connection, you'll find the peace you've always sought. Now let's talk about self-control. The second principle is self-control. It's the ability to choose your actions rather than be driven by impulses. If you feel the urge to text someone or to apologize excessively, ask yourself, what is my goal here? Is it to get their attention? Or is it to preserve my peace and integrity? Imagine someone calmly reflecting on their thoughts, sitting in solitude. By practicing self-control, you can take a step back and give yourself the space to think clearly rather than react impulsively. This is where walking away comes in. Choosing to step away is often the most empowering and peaceful action you can take. Now, let's get into the real, everyday examples of how this plays out in your life. It's one thing to understand Stoic principles, then another to apply them in your daily life. Example number 1, texting anxiety. You text someone and wait for a response. But as time goes on, you feel more and more anxious. You check your phone constantly, looking for a notification. This anxiety becomes a cycle. The solution? Stop checking the phone. Instead, redirect that energy. Go do something you enjoy. Read a book, learn a new skill, exercise, or meet friends. The moment you stop chasing their attention, you begin to reclaim your peace. They may even start wondering why you're no longer waiting for them. Example number 2, over-apologizing. How many times have you apologized for things that weren't your fault just to avoid conflict? The Stoic approach is simple. Take responsibility only for what you control. If you haven't done something wrong, don't apologize. When you stop apologizing for everything, you'll notice how much more self-respect you have. Example number 3, the power of silence. Sometimes the best thing you can do is simply be silent. Imagine you're in an argument or a disagreement. The more you talk, the more the other person becomes defensive. Instead of escalating the situation, try walking away, calmly with composure. In silence, there is clarity. And often, silence will make the other person reflect on their own behavior more deeply. The idea here is to create space in the relationship. By walking away, you're giving both parties time to think, reflect, and come to a better understanding. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever tried walking away in a relationship, whether romantic or friendships? How did it feel and what was the result? Did it bring more respect and attention? Or did it make you realize something about yourself? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your personal experiences. Remember, walking away isn't an act of weakness. It's an act of reclaiming your power and peace. Also, if you're finding this video valuable, please give it a like, thumbs up. It helps the channel to grow and delivered to other people who are facing the same issue. You did before this video and lets me know that these deep dives into Stoicism are resonating with you. If you enjoyed this video and want to dive deeper into how Stoic principles can enhance your relationships, don't forget to subscribe to Stoic Spark. We explore practical wisdom for every area of your life, from love to work to personal growth. If you want to continue on this journey, hit the notification bell so you never miss a new video. To conclude today's video, walking away isn't about abandoning others or being distant. It's about reclaiming your peace, practicing detachment, and exercising self-control. It's about valuing your own worth over the fleeting validation of others. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. When you walk away, you're not giving up. You're empowering yourself to stay true to your values, free from external chaos. Now let's close this. If you're still watching this, it's mean. You are one step ahead of those who are still struggling. So thank you for joining me today on Stoic Spark. I hope you can begin to implement the power of walking away in your own relationships and feel the peace it brings. Until next time, remember your worth and remember it doesn't depend on anyone else's approval. Stay strong, stay stoic, and choose wisely.